I'm gonna send you a Google Meet link right now, Jaafar. Let's hop in. We'll do 10, 15 minutes. As I prepare this, Jaafar, here's the questions that I have for you. If you want to just prepare mentally, the first questions I'm going to ask you are what your goals are for your page and what you're currently struggling with. Okay? And then also if you could let us know in the chat, or at least when we talk, what your page is about. But let me send this to you first. I got to log in. Give me a second, chat. Five 509 222. Nice. All right. Google Meet coming your way, Jaafar. What the heck? There we go. What is your Instagram? It's IG then Jaafar. Do I have you here in my DMs? I do. Okay, cool. All right, sent you a Google Meet link, my friend. Yep, let's have you hop on and let's see. That was quick. I think you just joined, huh? Oh no, that was me. Okay. Jaafar, let me know if you are able to join. Let's get this going. Let's get it cracking. What's up, Jorge? Jorge, I will be with you here in about... I see we have a call scheduled in 10 minutes. I have Jaafar who is about to join. So, Jaafar, are you able to join? Yeah, you're up in 13. Yeah, that's right. Yep. Cool. What just happened here, Jaafar? I tried to... Oh, there we go. There we go. What's going on, man? How are you?
Hey, man. How's it going? All good?
Yeah. How's it going with you, man? How's your day going today?
All good. All good.
Awesome. Well, thank you for being here, Jaafar. We're going to do... it's actually a good exercise for me because I'm usually yapping a lot. This time around, I'm not going to yap too much. We're going to do this a little bit concise today. So do you want to... Jaafar, do you want to tell us a little bit about what your page is about, what your goals are, and what you're struggling with?
Okay. First, thank you for having me here.
Yeah, of course.
Am I pronouncing your name correctly? Sean, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Sean. Well, my page is... I'm trying to do content marketing, yet I didn't figure out what I'm doing because for the past 15 years, I was a videographer / photographer / social media manager. So that was what I was doing professionally.
Okay.
Some part of like freelancing, some, working with companies abroad, like in Turkey and in Cyprus, in some European countries. So Yeah, so I'm trying to actually figure out how to put myself online. Although I know how to do it for my clients, but it's really hard to,
Yeah.
reflect it on my, my own personal branding.
Yes. Yes. I had this conversation. The guy that we talked to yesterday, he asked the exact same question. I know how to do it for my clients. I don't know how to do it for myself. Okay. Got it. Do you have these results here? Oh, you're only seeing hold on. You're only seeing one part of the screen. My bad. I'm looking at your portfolio right now. Yeah, I got you.
I was just seeing it a second ago.
There we go. How about now?
I think it's now just duplicated, like this, the same as your profile picture is just duplicated.
Yep, it should be good now. My question for you, Jaafar, is with your portfolio here, do you have experience with short form too, or is it just YouTube primarily, or what platforms do you have the most experience on?
Yeah, I did both, and well, basically here I just put the best of the best that I made.
Okay.
Basically some brand commercials and YouTube channels I worked for, some
Cool.
world on architect, and some podcast show on real estate investment, and some documentaries style films.
Yep.
And also, like, I have one I like put there is just about the short film and short form video, and virality type of stuff for short form videos.
I love it. Super cool, man. Super cool. Where out of the different services that you provide, is there one service in particular that you gravitate towards the most, like editing, video, strategy, anything like that?
I would definitely say the process of well, I usually see the whole process itself. So whether it's like the strategy or the ideation or the editing part, and even the following up with growing the community itself, the whole process is enjoyable for me. But what I truly shine, if I would say, what I truly shine is when it comes to the storytelling side of it.
Okay, similar to our discussion yesterday then. I got it. Okay, cool. Actually, let me do this. Hold on one second. This is going to be much easier. I'm going to share just screen one. There we go. Cool. Okay, so similar to what we were describing yesterday with my call, I think his name was Vin. So you really like the storytelling aspect when you're helping your clients, right? Got it.
Yes.
Okay. And what is the goal with the page?
So the goal with the page is, I feel I need to do a bit more personal brand, because 15 years being behind the camera, it's not really selling. It's
Okay.
not selling me.
Okay.
It's just exists on the paper. For me, it just exists on the paper, or just exists in some other people's work. So I want to reflect some of that creativity, some of those results I got from my clients for myself. So I feel this is necessary. I don't know if that makes sense, but
Totally.
I feel I should do this.
Okay. So Jaafar, I'm going to give you just like 7 minutes of just I'm going to give you like quick rapid fire experiments to try. Just because I know I have Jorge coming up here at 3:30. I want to make sure I'm timely and I don't go on too many tangents. The very first thing, this is coming from, everything I'm about to say is coming from my years running a media company. I have it on a different page.
Mm-hmm.
I don't run a media company anymore, chat. I did, and then I had some successes and failures. But what I did when I was posting content was, again, I have these 7 levels of content. Jaafar, you haven't posted yet. So the best thing that I did when I hadn't posted was just posting. I tried to post every day, and I didn't care about strategy at all. I just tried to post. And so what did I post about? I was posting about things I was doing, results I was getting, lessons I was learning, conversations I was having. Like there's no strategy in this. It was purely just me sharing. So I used to do like behind the scenes content, and I will, maybe I'll unarchive some of this so you can see, but I used to do like behind the scenes of filming for a day. None of these videos got thousands of views at all. They got hundreds of views, but every video was, so this would be my note here, every video was tailored to my specific audience. My specific audience at the time was real estate agents, so every video I made was, here's how I'm helping this real estate agent with their video. Here's how I just helped this real estate go from X to Y. Or I used to do like real estate agents, if you're scared of talking on camera, here's what I'm doing right now to help overcome that fear. If your audience is more business owners, and like if you're just talking to, let's say, general business owners, one thing that I started to do as I started to post and started getting the rhythm of posting is I try to identify all the common problems that my audience had, and then I would identify all the unique solutions I had to those problems. So for example, just like I mentioned, one of the core problems when I was talking to real estate agents was that they were scared on camera. So I would make videos where I would say, you should try this. And so I had this one video where I explained how we helped an agent. We just came up with like the first couple sentences of her script, and the rest was B-roll. And so we walked through that whole process. Another one was about like different angles to make the house look bigger or wider, the bedrooms look whatever. So I was just literally trying to identify what are all the problems that my clients keep coming to me with, or that they're constantly talking about, and then all the unique ways that I'm doing it. Sometimes I would show like how I was editing photos. Sometimes I would show X, Y, and Z. Again, this account, the account that I'm referencing when I'm talking about this chat, and I know I can't show like too much. I'm not showing too much detail right now just for sake of time because we have 3 minutes. But this was the account. I later turned it into a podcast page. Again, Tiago, maybe we should at some point unarchive some of the old videos, since that'll be good as like a good example of phase one of content. This is also something I was doing. I was literally just filming. I had a virtual podcast, just like how you and I are doing on Google Meet. I was doing this literally just to talk to people, and I just would use those conversations as topics for content. And then, like I said, I mean, these videos didn't get thousands of views by any means, but this was literally just for me to get the reps in. This is all I was doing. I was just trying to figure out how to get the muscle of posting, because trying to overanalyze with strategy before even posting is ultimately a net negative. Every time I did that, when I would try to learn from every single guru under the sun, it stopped me from posting, and the only way to ensure that I didn't grow was if I didn't post. So I said, screw that. I'm just going to post. And again, before these podcasts, it used to be all, like, some of these are still here, but I used to have several, which I might unarchive so you can see. For example, Facebook leads are garbage. This is literally a quote from our clients that they used to say over and over and over again. So I just made a video on it. And then I made it a little bit, funnier, I guess, because I had a garbage can here, whatever. It did well. So that was cool. This one, you're a realtor dancing on TikTok trying to go viral. This is something that realtors would come to me and say, I don't want to dance on TikTok to go viral. This one, posting is not a strategy. Realtors would come to me and say, I don't know what to post. I feel like I'm just posting. So like literally all these videos were just coming from conversations, problems that they were having, and then solutions to the problem. That was it. That's the number one piece of advice that I could give you. I even hate using that word advice, but like that's the number one experiment I would give you, is literally just try to post every day. It doesn't matter what direction it's in. It doesn't matter if one day you're posting about editing, the next day you're posting about strategy, the next day you're posting about filming. You will figure it out as you post. You could have the perfect plan in place right now, but I guarantee you, the one thing I can guarantee is that plan will always change. So if you try to map it out now before posting, it's just going to change later. And so trying to figure it out right now is just going to waste time. Does that make sense? Jaafar, hopefully you're still here. Chat. Good.
Yeah. I totally get you. It's like analysis paralysis, basically. This is
100.
like this is also like I noticed this is happening.
Yes, 100%. I will, Jaafar, after this, at some point, I will unarchive this so you can see all of the, literally like hundreds of posts. It might take me some time, but you'll see all the posts that I did when I was first starting this was again when I was doing media for realtors. So you can take a look at all of these. Again, as you can see by the views, hundreds of views here. We're not talking about going viral, but it was just for me to get in the reps. It was just for me to learn how to make content, and with every piece of content, I started to get better and better and better. These, I started to realize, okay, I needed to use headlines for text on some of these videos. And then before that, I mean, the videos were worse and worse and worse. So, all right, remind me to send this to you. Does that make sense, Jaafar?
Okay, yeah, totally makes sense. Thank you very much. It was
Awesome,
really helpful.
Of course, man. Of course. I hate to cut you off and just like monologue the whole time. I want to make sure I'm timely for everyone as well. So Jaafar, feel free to DM me with further questions, and I'll give you some more in-depth answers.
Okay, thank you very much, Sean. Thank you very much.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much. All right, Jaafar. Bye. All right, Jorge, let's do it, man. Let's do it. I want to be timely this time, guys. I'm usually yapping too much. And I know Mario's in here too. Mario said, did I miss the 3 p.m. slot, or can I go after Jorge? Yeah, Mario, let's do it. Jorge, let's try to, if I can. Unless, Jorge, if you want Mario to go first, I'm going to try to limit every call to 15 minutes. I do have like a strict time today. I have a hard out right at 4. So if we can do both calls in 15 minutes, one for Jorge and one for Mario, that would be awesome. And if you guys have further questions, I'm happy to have you guys on tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll have more time. Today's just like a bad day in terms of time. So I'm happy to have you guys on tomorrow, or just talk to you guys in the DMs, whatever's easiest. Okay? So that goes for both Mario and Jorge. Let's try to limit these to 15 minutes if we can. I'm going to send you guys both a Google Meet link now. Oh, Jorge says he's joining. I forgot we had an actual scheduled meet. Hold on, Jorge. Give me 1 second, my friend. Fantastic. Cool. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm feeling juice. Of course, man. Of course, Jaafar. Yeah, I will happily talk to you over DM if you need more help, Jaafar. What's up, Jorge? How are you doing, sir?
Hey, my man Sean, I'm doing great.
Dude,
Oh,
my man, what's going on?
hey, let me start off. I'm the Jaafar now. No, I'm kidding. My content is primarily in Spanish, but I'm very much bilingual.
Okay.
And I was not listening too much about like the last call, so I can't recall the questions. But go ahead.
No. Oh yeah. No worries. The way that I have everyone start typically is just if you want to tell us a little bit about what your page is about, what your goals are, and what you're struggling with. Just the basics, so we can give some context to the audience.
Okay, so my content, I'm not really trying to sell a course or anything. My main thing is more like I'm a personality type of creator. So I want to be like a showman, be on a TV show, presenter,
Love it.
like that guy. And I got some pictures taken. Now I have a camera, like a professional Canon Rebel T6, something like that. I'm trying to make some cinematic content as well. Cool. I want to make movies, but I want to make a lot of things. That's what just giving me paralysis, is that I have a second account, which is more like advice and like self-esteem and motivation. And this one is more like the showman type.
So cool.
And the thing that I'm struggling with, well, not struggling right now, a brand of solar panels was interested in me being like the face of the brand.
Nice.
And I'm like, wow, you know what I mean? Like this June, I started uploading stuff. And now I have 155,000 views a month.
Dude, good for you. Congrats. That is so
But the
sick.
thing about the viewers is not the viewers, the followers is a struggle for me too.
Okay.
And I get the part about, giving, what's it called? The giving value and all that. And that's what gets you forward, I think. But this account is more like I'm the value. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So I
So,
don't know.
all right, can I rapid fire with
Yeah,
just some experiments? All right,
yeah,
I'm gonna rapid fire. This is not advice, chat. This is an experiment for Jorge to try based on what I've done. This
okay,
is especially useful for everyone here that does not consider themselves to be an authority figure. For example, Jorge, you're an aspiring entertainer. You are
yeah,
not an entertainer currently. So if anyone in the chat is aspiring to a goal, I'm going to speak a little bit more definitively because um, I have I've achieved all the goals that I've set out from this page by doing this. So I'm going to speak in this tone. Here we go, Jorge.
yeah.
Best thing that you could benefit from, and let me reframe. The best thing that I benefited from is by having a mission.
Okay,
Okay. So first things first, like let's throw out the strategy, let's throw out the tactics, let's throw out all the stuff about value and whatnot. It is, yes, like basically when people say, you should give value for people to follow, if we take it to its ultimate fundamental principle, why do people follow other people online? It's because they provide something worth following,
yeah,
either in terms of content, or the person themselves is worth following, or maybe they're entertaining, or maybe they're super useful, or maybe they can save them a ton of time, or something about your page provides direct benefit to my life, and that is worth following. Okay. So one of the best ways that I've been able to do that on my page so far as a non-expert. So chat, if anyone here is new and has never seen me before, I am not an expert. I give you guys experiments to help us learn together. And the best thing that I've been able to do is give a mission to myself for my page. My mission, I have it here at the first line in the bio. I said I'm sharing my journey to master content. My first goal was to hit 10,000 followers as a non-expert. But my ultimate mission is literally this line right here. It's very ambiguous in terms of mastering content, whatever. But I want people to come to my page and know that I am on a journey.
okay,
I'm on a journey to achieve some sort of goal. And so I get people in the DMs. My best content um, in my worldview, I guess, are the pieces of content that gets me people, not just followers, but people come in and they say, hey, I really like that you are trying to achieve X, Y, and Z, or that you're really trying to do X, Y, and Z. I'm following because I want to see you on your journey to achieve X goal. Okay.
okay.
So I'm not saying like one line in your bio is going to fix this problem or anything,
But I'm not sharing
but
Spanish.
but
Uh,
what I am saying is that by having a journey, it has allowed me the best benefit of all of this. Again, it's not like I'm not going to promise you're going to go super viral or get millions of followers, whatever the case is. The best benefit of having a journey is that it keeps me motivated to consistently post long term. And I have a long term vision. I have a goal that I've defined for myself of what it means to master content. I will not stop posting about my journey until I reach that goal. In your case, your goal is, and this is to your benefit, your goal is very tangible. You want to be an entertainer. And so I would love to follow you. Like it would be of benefit to me to follow you if I could see your journey to become an entertainer. It's very black and white. If you get hired as an entertainer, you've achieved your goal. If
yeah,
you haven't get hired as an entertainer, you have not achieved your goal. And so by documenting the journey to that process, it gives me an incentive to follow because I might be someone who is aspiring to be an entertainer as well.
yeah,
Similar
okay.
similar to my journey of mastering content, I know a lot of you guys want to get better at content. And so I'm like, hey, if I know everyone here wants to get better at content, maybe I can make that the goal and I could share my journey to achieve it so that I am worth following as a non-expert. Does that make sense, Jorge?
Yeah, totally. Like my goal is to be a presenter, a host, and all that. But why I love to make content is that it gives me so much self esteem and
Yeah.
like upload whatever I want and like
Yeah.
talking, and that has helped me realize I like communicating and I want to be a host.
There
And
we
I
go.
use that on my bio. I want to be a TV host or soon to be a TV host, but I deleted that.
There we go. Well, so the bio, I'm a very firm believer that there are no rules in content. So I don't believe that changing one line in your bio is going to magically fix this problem. But what I am saying is by clearly defining a goal that you're striving for, it gives you a roadmap of what to post. For example, your next videos could be day one of trying to become an entertainment or an entertainer, or day, whatever, day one of me trying to be a better communicator to ultimately be a host. Or maybe you share, just like you said, I like posting content because I'm learning to communicate better. Let's see you try, whatever. Your text or your ideas could be about trying to speak better so that I can host blah, blah, blah. Or like you have here, WWE, maybe you can make some content about the people hosting these popular events, either green screen or yapping or whatever the case is. And you can tell us what you've learned about these entertainers, right? Like this actually would be an interesting series to learn. I'd love to see from your page, like this would be maybe an experiment you could try. If you tell us what you learn about some of the best entertainers in your eyes, like Logan Paul, I guess, or I Show Speed at the WWE or whatever. Let me see you share what you've learned about what makes Logan Paul so, why is Logan Paul able to sell out these stadiums for WWE? What does he do?
Since I was 10. I know what worked for Logan Paul.
Right. So what does he do that makes him such a good entertainer? I'd love to learn a little bit about that. In terms of value, that's the way you could share value, and you're sharing that you're learning, you're trying to go on this journey. And you could also, again, chat, I'm just rapid firing some ideas here. Not only share what you learn, but try what you learn as well. That's what I do on my page every day. The reason why I do these experiments, I don't know how familiar the chat is with my page, but I do daily experiments because I'm not an expert. I don't believe I have the authority to tell people what they should and should not do, but I do believe I have the absolute freedom to try stuff. And I'll try stuff until I figure out what works. Same thing applies to you, Jorge. If you want to be an entertainer, what if you look at what some of these popular entertainers are doing, like Logan Paul doing a backflip off of whatever he did, that one post. Can you try some of these things that these entertainers are doing? Whatever. Can you learn from these entertainers? Can you try to go to an open mic in your hometown and try to host an event? All of these are fun experiments for you to try that helps you not only just make content, but helps you further an actual real life goal. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally. And learning from it. Like,
yes.
I think I was telling you about the solar panel job I'm getting. I could make a content about me applying those things to that job because I'm going to be like a presenter on that. So,
yes. There you go. That's the stuff. Like, again, if you have a mission that you're always referencing in every post, it becomes very obvious. Like what I'm currently trying to do with my page is I want every post to have the word experiment in it. So every video I talk about, here's what I'm trying today. Here's an experiment I'm trying. Because I want people, when they come to my page, to know this is the dude who tries content stuff. Same thing for you. If you want to be an entertainer, like let it be known in every video, and then show you actually grinding to achieve that goal. Every time I've done what I'm telling you, I have seen, like right now where I'm talking to you right now, I've had a list of goals from this page, and I've achieved all but one, which I might achieve today in 30 minutes from now. That is the last goal on my list. I might achieve today in 30 minutes. So, and this is all from me just literally documenting what I want to achieve and then repeatedly sharing that in every video. If you speak that out into the world, I promise, well, I want to refrain from promising, but the likelihood that you'll achieve what you're trying to do with your content will drastically go up. Okay?
Totally. I understand you. I feel you. I agree.
I'm sorry I can't give you any strategic tactics or specific tricks or hacks or anything. Frankly, I don't think I don't think that's going to do the heavy lifting of what you really want. You have a goal which you've already identified in this call. The best thing that I could give you is what I'm doing, and the best thing I've done is, again, repeatedly sharing and showing the journey that I'm on.
Totally, bro.
Cool. Awesome.
Man, that was great.
Awesome. Thank you for that question, man. I'm really fired up about that. I think that would, just for Tiago's reference, we might want to do a YouTube video on that at some point, because I'm really passionate on this topic of trying to document your journey to achieve a goal. I
For
love
sure.
I love talking to people that have a goal like that. Like you wanting to be an entertainer, I love that. I would love
Thank
to
you, man.
see the journey.
You'll see it.
Cool. Awesome, man.
Man, thank you so much.
Thanks, Jorge. Bye.
Much love.
Who's next, chat? We're on a roll right now. We're going. I think we have Mario, right? Mario, you next? Tyler, I saw that you DM'd me too. Tyler, do you want to hop in? Let's see here. Mario, if we can do your call in 15 minutes, I could do 15 extra minutes for Tyler, because I know Tyler messaged me. So if that's fine with Mario, I'll send you the meeting link right now. Let's do a 15-minute call, and then Tyler, I'll talk to you for 15 minutes, and then we're good. Then I really gotta go. Today's a big day for me, chat, and I will explain. I'll explain why if I achieve this last goal on my list. All right. Great stuff. Thank you, Austin. I appreciate it, man. Who do we got here? We got Mario. Send you the link now. I'm just going to send the link in the DMs, my friend. Thank you guys, and thanks, Sean, for having me. Of course, man. Thank you so much. Love talking to people who... Yeah, Mario. We're going to talk to you. You'll see me on TV. Love that. That's the stuff that really fires me up. I love talking to people that have a goal like that. I think content's such an incredible gift that we have to be able to achieve goals like that. So, all right. Mario, let's hop in. We'll do this in 15 minutes. And then Tyler, let me know if you want to hop in too. We'll do a 15-minute call with you. And if Tyler's not here, then that's fine. Mario, what's going on, brother?
What's up, man?
How are you, man? Pleasure to see you.
I'm great.
Thank you for your patience, because I know we were talking a little bit on the DMs. I didn't get back to you. So thank you.
No, of course. Thank you. I wasn't even really expecting a response, so I appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course, man. Of course. Yeah. Helping you guys helps me. I get to learn faster, better, and it keeps these lives entertaining for you guys. So, all right.
100%.
Mario, let's do it, man. Tell us a little bit about what your page is about, what your goals are, and what you're struggling with, my friend.
Yeah. So you can tell I just launched it maybe 2 weeks ago. I figured I would start going more into a creative type of account, one of the many that I have. But I really wanted to talk about reinvention for men in their 30s who are feeling, well, stuck or essentially starting over. Because I've done it 1,000 times. I live in Mexico.
Yeah.
I do AI engineering by day, but really, I've got dozens of stories, the gift of gab, and I've just been through a lot of shit, and I want to kind of be able to help. And ever since I was younger, I always was that guy that people want to vent to or ask for my advice or just get clarity. So I figured, well, shit, I should probably, I've got enough to talk about. Maybe I can start helping someone. So I get a lot of inspiration from like your JB Copelands or your Johnny Persons and guys like that.
Cool.
And so just kind of raw, no filter, dudes helping dudes type of thing.
Love it, man. Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the goal? We have what the page is about. What's the goal now?
The goal, to be honest, I don't know if I want to, what my offer is going to be, if I want to go down that route.
Okay.
I love to, I've been on some very small podcasts and things like that and talking with other like-minded individuals, like intellectual conversations and things like that.
Yep.
I don't know if I want to go down the coaching route. I'm really not sure. In fact, I was just taking notes down from your conversation with the last guy because I realized that's probably something I haven't focused on that much. I've been worried more so about what to make content about and not really finding my North Star and when it comes to why I'm doing all this.
That's definitely a good place to start. That's the first question I ask everyone is what the goal is, just so I know how to take this conversation. For example, if you were to say like, my goal is, and everyone has different goals, there's no shame in it. If your goal, for example, was to get the most views, then we're going to have a wildly different conversation than if your goal was to sign the most clients, right? So that's why I asked.
Yeah.
My first question for you is so I love the premise, but I have a couple questions of clarity here. The premise of helping people after their setbacks is great because you're speaking to someone like myself. I am not someone in my 30s, but I tell the chat relentlessly that I am a man of more failures than successes. Like I have literally failed more times than I could count, right? So having a page helping people rebuild after setbacks, immediately I'm like, okay, this is interesting. And I like that you have this, this video. Where was it? Right here, starting over. Maybe not specifically 34, like that age. I'm not 34, so it doesn't resonate with me, but I like the premise of starting over after something scary happens. And so, I'm just giving you some general notes. Let's talk about the North Star here. So you mentioned you don't know if you want to go down the coaching route. My question for you and this might help you get to that North Star, is what do we mean by helping men after setbacks? Like, what specifically are we doing? Are we helping them improve their mind, their body, their nutrition, I don't know. What are we doing?
I would say body, mind, and career. So my resume is stupid. I've had so many different jobs in different fields, and I thought I started brainstorming the other day some more actual actionable steps, things you can start doing physically, and essentially trying to create momentum for yourself, because that's typically all it's ever got me out of a rut after, crying about it enough times after losing a job or having to move or a breakup or something, and just what you can actually be doing to start getting to the next phase of your life, that it's not over and that having a pity party is not going to get you anywhere. So just kind of, this is what I was trying to figure out. My next batch of content was actually showing steps that you can do, places, things to read, places you can be searching or looking for, whether it's work or a new, whatever, routine. To be honest, right now, I'm really looking forward to getting more followers. I would like to get some more direction and figuring out what the audience wants. So really, followers has been my big push. I've had a few videos that suddenly just got over 1,000, like 1,500 views. And it wasn't what I thought was going to work, like this on-screen text and me just doing a voiceover. And it did better than everything else I've done, like talking head format. So that's kind of what I've been focusing on. But then I realized, what do you guys want? But I don't only have like 20 people follow me right now because I just made the account. So,
And chat, you guys are going to, maybe you'll hate what I'm about to say because I say it so often, but this is why I made this whole roadmap in the first place, just because the patterns are blaringly obvious. I'm a very firm believer, obviously not an expert here, so I can only state my worldview, take it or leave it. I don't believe there's any rules to content in general. But what I have found when growing pages is that when I am, especially in your position, less than 22, or at least 22 posts now, but we definitely have less than 100 posts, less than 50. You've been posting since, let's see, July 29th. For me, consuming a ton of strategy, trying a ton of tricks, trying a ton of tactics, trying a ton of everything under the sun only bogged me down when first starting. And like you said, I'm just posting to figure out what the audience wants. That's a great, that could even be step 0 here. Or I would just call it step 1, because step 1 is literally just to post consistently. And you are just trying to figure out what's going on in terms of what the audience is responding to. Here's a couple of things that might help you give some direction, because I'm very much, in terms of what I would give you as an experiment, very much a believer that you should just, let me remove, I'm trying to take note every time I say the word should. So what I would suggest trying, based on what I have done, is to keep posting and try to post every day for at least 30 days. If you can do that for 30 days, then try to do it for the next 30 days. So you should get to 60 posts where you're posting every single day, right? By then you'll have at least one video, right? That, just like with these B-roll reels, you're having some that are standing out over the other. But also, if you post every single day for 60 days, whatever the case is, you will start to know which, especially in your case where you said you don't have a business, you don't have, at least, right? You don't have a business with self-improvement stuff. No.
In fact, no. I do AI implementation for a few companies. That's it.
Fantastic. Okay, cool. So in this case, if this is something totally new, you don't have any clients that you can pull problems from, right? You don't have any conversations or sales calls where you can say, what are the problems that clients are currently coming to me with? I would not recommend in the slightest, because this is not what I did at all. When I first started, I did not look at a whole bunch of strategy and outliers and everything under the sun that every guru preaches, because that every time I did that, it literally stopped me from posting. And if I didn't post, I didn't grow, like point blank period. That's the only thing that I know to be true. And so I literally was just posting stuff that I was learning, stuff that I was doing, stuff that I found interesting, mistakes that I was making, so on and so forth. And so for you, one exercise you could do is to just audit your day. Think about like, okay, if I wake up at whatever, let's just call it 6 a.m. and you're up until, let's say, 9 p.m. What are all the things that you do throughout the day that could make for interesting content that it's around this one idea of reinventing whatever? If you're doing, let's say you're working with AI implementation for business owners, I think is what you said, and you learn some sort of like improvement lesson throughout your day, that's a video idea for you. Like I don't think any super technical, strategic, anything regarding content strategy at this phase is ultimately beneficial, at least in my case, because it stopped me from posting consistently for 3 years, because I was just like, I was literally listening to one guy after the next guy after the next guy after the next guy after the next guy. So that's what I would do. Yeah. Audit your day, figure out all the things that you're doing. What are the lessons that you're learning? What are the problems that you're solving for yourself as someone who's trying to rebuild? What are parts of your story? Like if you're making this whole page about rebuilding after setbacks, I imagine you probably have a setback yourself. And so what are some setbacks that you've encountered? How did you overcome those? Those are your pieces to the content. And as you'll see, as you post, there will be some that do better than others. And so we know now that, for example, like the text on this B-roll, even though it's a B-roll reel, I don't imagine you probably got any followers from this. At least you know that the messaging here could be something to try in your next video when you're talking. It seems like maybe more people than 40 were interested in this idea of being a man in your 30s starting over and trying to figure out your next career. This could be something, right? Like this whole topic of a video could be something you continue to talk about. What is a lesson that you learned from starting over? I'm assuming maybe your AI implementation for businesses was a new career pivot in your life.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. From the last year and a half. Yeah.
Cool. So then like make, again, an experiment you could try at least. I'm not going to say you should and should not. I don't think you should not do anything in life, but an experiment you could try is take this, since people liked it, and just share, what did you do? How did you start over, figure out your next career, get into AI implementation, so on and so forth. Cool. I'm not promising that's going to get you views, followers, leads, anything like that. But what I can say is that by doing this exercise, it will give you at least a roadmap or a direction on which content to make, which then ultimately you'll get the data that you're looking for in order to make better decisions. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Cool.
Yeah. I think less is more at this point, and I know it's super fresh. I mean, I have an AI account and I was posting there a lot, but then that just got such a saturated space, and I thought, I'm going to talk about everything else except for what I do, but I should probably talk about what I do as well, because it is part of the story.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is the beauty of you having your page at 19 followers, is that, and I don't like, if you take 19 people in a room, it's a significant amount, but with 19 followers, like you don't have the whole world looking at your page basically. Right. So that means that you have the freedom to test anything you want to test. You can talk about any story you want to talk about. I have benefited, me personally, from talking about or making every video follow a similar theme. That's why people call it the niche or whatever, niche down. I have benefited from doing that, just so if someone hits follow from me talking about starting over, the next video of me talking about starting over is aligned with why they followed in the first place. That's me personally. I am, there's other people online that will say other things. You can decide what to do with it. But yeah, that's what I would say, man. Just less is more.
Sweet.
Don't overthink it. Post a ton. Try to get to 100 posts as maybe your first goal. I think one thing here that really benefited me was like an input goal over an output goal. So one thing you can't control is how many people will follow you. One thing you can control is how many posts you can do. Right? So maybe set your first goal to 100 posts. You'll find the data there, and that will tell you, again, like this seems like this is probably going to be a topic that you can use as a recurring topic of starting over in your 30s. Then
Right.
you'll have another video over time that, like, let's see. Oh no, it's a skit.
This is a,
Yeah, it's a
yeah,
skit.
it's just a short little 5-second template I took and it blew up.
You'll find more of these as you go, especially as you get to
Yeah.
100. You'll find more of these, and okay, audience maybe is interested in this stuff. Let me talk more about that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that one actually. I think it was that one. I got like 9 followers out of it, but unfortunately, out of those 19 I have, I want to say like 60% are women. So it's not my target demographic, but
Might not be your target
they're
demographic,
followers.
but it's certainly a compliment. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
a win is a win, I guess. But that's fine.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's all. They might have a boyfriend. I don't know. So
There you
it works.
There you go. All right, my friend.
Sweet.
That's what
Thanks,
I would say.
brother.
Yep.
All right, man.
All right.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Bye, guys.
All right, chat. We ended at 4 o'clock. Are we good here? Are we good to go? I think we're good. Who do we got in here? We have George in here. We have Tiago. We have Austin. So we talked to Austin. We talked to Jaafar. We talked to Jorge. We talked to I think we've talked to George, but George, I'm happy to talk to you maybe tomorrow. Let's end this live on time here. I got some things to attend to here. All right, chat. It's been a pleasure. I like these rapid fire experiments. We'll try to keep these calls to like 15 minutes moving forward. I like, maybe 15, maybe 20 minutes. I think that's probably a good structure. We're able to knock out a couple of these calls, keep it timely. Sometimes I feel like I yap too much. So this is a good exercise for me. Cool. All right, chat. That's all I got. Talk to you guys tomorrow. And until then, we're out of here. Peace.